Yes, I decided to go up early. I know I said 8:30. I don't know if you guys had planned uh, for me to come up at 8:30, but I decided to come up early. I'm gonna wait for a few of you guys more to come in. Let me get my coffee real quick, okay? Hang tough, hang tight. Be right back. Had to get some coffee, y'all. Sorry about that. We family. We family. I was supposed to come up at 8:30 anyway. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Everybody Loves JUJU 1-2. How are we doing this Monday morning? Huh? How's everybody doing? Y'all up to work, driving, listening to me, run my mouth, or what y'all doing? What's happening? Good morning. Welcome to the cave, to the sea cave. Can I get a woo woo from your host, Big Juju? What up, nippers? Nip, nip. Nippy nip. Good morning, good morning. Nippy woke me up with some good news. Well, I was up, but more or less put me on to some news. I was going to come up and talk about the AP Top 25, which doesn't start till 9 o'clock. Talk a little bit about the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Who's playing who. I think I got that information somewhere. You know, we'll relax and kind of like go through that. And then I wanted to talk about that spectacular performance by the Lady Trojans, that good team effort at UCLA this weekend. That was, whoo! I mean, guys, 4 down, meaning in Juju's young career, since she was a freshman, they've won 4 times. They done some things this weekend that have made me so super proud. And as you can see, the OG Cheryl Miller was out. Hold on one second. I want to turn something down. Give me 1 second. the OG Cheryl and Reggie was in the audience doing what they, what they did back in our day. I had some OG friends from UCLA present at the game, ready to watch them lose again. And they did something that hadn't been done probably since 1994, which probably was Lisa Leslie era, which is win the regular season title, which back then was probably Pac-10 or 12. But we did it in the Big Ten, first year in the Big Ten. We win the regular season title. I mean, so much. But the biggest news this morning that I want to holler about that, what's up, good morning, Nip and RC, that I want to holler about is JUJU won the first, what I believe will be a mini National Players of the Year. There are many National Players of the Year. I think just Wooden, Naismith, Athletic, it could be different sports writers, different people that vote on this, but she unanimously won by the Athletic. It's called National Player of the Year. So, listen, I said this from the beginning, that this girl is going to come out this year as Player of the Year. One, because she was runner-up last year. Okay, and then you're predicted to be, right? Some people saying it was some outlets said Paige, JUJU, Hannah. I don't even know if Hannah was in the conversation. It probably was Betts or something. Then it was like JUJU. ESPN probably had her, and it was funny because ESPN to me is always biased towards Paige. So my thing is like, you gotta knock her down. You gotta outperform her, and you don't unless somebody is already in playing that won the last year. They start off as the one that you should be challenging for the position. Just like the defending national champ, you should rank them first when you open up the season. And so it was just a little disrespectful to crown Hannah because Hannah came out smoking, but it was her and her team that came out smoking. It wasn't like you saw Paige take the opportunity in December to come up to say, I'm guarding her. Her coach said, you're going to get smoked 1v1. He challenged her. She took on the challenge. Didn't go well. Because whenever the switch happened and Ju was on, because Ju didn't go after Paige, because I was like, you don't want to see JUJU guard you, Paige. You really don't. It's going to look like a college player playing a JV player. I didn't even say high school. She made her look like a JV player. Good morning, Political Lil. Got my coffee. You got your coffee, Political Lil? After Doc's checking in, to hit likes and congrats to Lady Trojan on the top of the Big Ten. Thank you for that regular season win. Good morning, Bear Beauty. Right on. I was just letting you all know that she was voted unanimously National Player of the Year by the Athletics. And of course, like I was saying, there's different outlets that have the crown, and I guess the one you're looking for is like the main one, probably Wooden Award National Player of the Year. Yeah, I guess Wooden and Naismith. I don't know, those two different things, but basically, the name, you know what it is. You know what we're looking for, and well-deserved JUJU Watkins. You definitely earned it. I mean, you've been playing like the National Player of the Year, and I'm just saying, you can't crown somebody in November that just because your team won, but you didn't specifically stand out and like smash and grab you. You know what I'm saying? Hannah, you should have guarded her. Show me what you got. Smash her by like, you get 30, you get 45, 35, something like that. Don't be like 24 points and Ju gets 26 points, and Ju gets 24, and you get 3.5 says Ju get 3. I mean, I don't want to hear all that. Like, it needs to be like stand out unanimously. Like, I need to see a separation in your performance, and I'm not seeing that. But what about Ju? You didn't see her. Last couple of games, she's averaging 26.7. 5 games, probably like still higher. She moved up above Hannah, barely, right? But yeah, Nippy's giving me all the things she's up for. So we still got to go. Ju got to get Naismith, so I was right. Naismith, National Player of the Year. Wooden, Player of the Year. AP, National Player. She's probably been named AP Player of the Week 5 times. And my shooting guard award. She's the best shooting guard in the country. NABC. I think NABC, and there's something called USABC. I think there's another one called College Basketball Association, U.S. Basketball Association. The Wade Trophy, had them look them up real quick, and I appreciate you for that, Nippy. All that. She's just about to be decorated, and rightfully so. And you're like, oh, do you think just because? No, it's just because of everything. It's just the eye test. It's just the fact that when she comes and seizes the moment that needs to be seized, that's important. When if Ju wasn't such an unselfish player, she would score 30 to 40 points on UCLA. I'll tell you that right now. But she's thinking more down the line, getting her teammates involved, so that they can be prepared and have confidence down the stretch. And plus, she likes to share in the shine and all of that. It just feels better when you do it with your teammates, and your teammates are happy with their performance, and they're excited about, moving forward and playing with you. It's just all about making it, them better as a playmaker, because she's not a point guard. I don't think she's ready for that. Point guard is tough. But yeah, that's what I woke up one, to start off, just to say, right off the back, the awards are going to come, but the job is not finished. The job is not finished. You know what I mean? The job is not, she still hasn't put together. I mean, now, I shouldn't say that, because the game against UCLA, she put together at the right time. And basically, it was a performance of whatever it took, whatever it takes to get it done, is what she did the first time at home when they were number 1 and undefeated. That's the type of thing that makes you Player of the Year. Okay? Now, another thing that should be discussed briefly is this talk of Coach Gottlieb and being a great coach. I want you to know, Coach Gottlieb has won. She used to coach the University of Santa Barbara. She won the title. She coached at Cal Berkeley in the Bay Area. She won the title. And that's in the conference where there's Tara Vanderveer. She won the title. Now she comes here to USC and brings this team, who hasn't been in prominence for over 30 years, and takes them to the Elite Eight, wins the Pac-12 first, wins Pac-12, gets them to the Elite Eight. Truly should have went to Elite Final Four, in my opinion. Misses out on that, with a whole new team of Ivy League 5-year players, not 5 stars by any means when they came out. Aren't in the league, didn't make the league. All with a little baby freshman out of high school, barely turned 18. Ju turns birthday's in July. Started school in into August, September. And here she is 6, 7, 8 months later, playing in a national tournament. She goes out, gets one of the best recruiting class, 3 5-star freshmen. She gets 2 portal transfers. People question Kiki. People question Tebow, not understanding that they're here to learn a pro-style offense that takes a high IQ, play with new people. You're coming from a rigid system of habits that you played with for 3 years, and you're trying to learn something new, chemistry, building. Everybody wants me, why are we ducking smoke from playing South Carolina? We weren't ready to play South Carolina. We already had Notre Dame on our schedule in UConn. That's enough. Juju owns UCLA. What's up, man? What's up, King Lion? Congratulations, Juju wants to make National Player of the Year. Yeah, it's called up Athletics. Those sports writers, I assume. So we got more to go. We got more to go. We got more to go. It's Jukla now. I say Nippy. I was laying in the bed yesterday and I said I'm gonna start calling USC USC. And we already in LA always called UCLA Fuqua. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what the students call UCLA. We call them Fuqua, but it's USC. Chicago cheater, JUJU walking. Oh, UCLA, man, beat them. The first time she played them, I remember something happened in the game when she had to step out that game, suffered a cramp or injury or something. Our freshman year. She ain't never forget that. So they get to Galen Center. I show up. It's general seating, $5. Alumni came. And boy, oh boy, did she do whatever it took. And we didn't have Ray and Marshall. This is when I learned about Clarice Akawafu that stepped in. And I said, hey, she rolled her ankle. Nippy, thank you. She rolled her ankle. Remember when she left out? Because I couldn't remember. She caught a cramp at the end of the game when I was there. That's what it was. And those ankles were still bad from high school. They still were kind of giving her a problem because I think she had to miss the very first game, like non-conference, something before she went and played Ohio State in the Hall of Fame Classic in Vegas. And she was like having a problem with those ankles constantly. And I was like, oh my God, we got to get these ankles together, which apparently she has done a great job. She hasn't stopped, not very many times. Like I've seen her hobble a little bit, but we're not doing that every so often. Came right back in as like a prize fighter, baby. Like a prize fighter. So she won that game. Then we had to play them in a tournament, right? And before we played Stanford for the big one. So we go double overtime. Charisma Osborne would not let up on Ju. She's constantly on Ju. Ju again, constantly scoring 30 points. Maybe the first time because she rolled her ankle, so she didn't reach 30 points, but she reached 32, 34. Then we see him again this year, 38, and she comes back this time, 30, right? Crazy work. Who would win if JUJU Watkins played Joyce Edwards' team? Who would win if USC played the Gamecocks? I don't know. Let's ask the chat. What do you guys think? I already put my predictions in. I was asked before the season started what I thought, before I even saw them play, and before I saw any of the teams play, and I still needed to see my team, play. But I had an idea from a little bit that I knew about the Big Ten, and from what I knew about Coach Gottlieb, and what I knew about JUJU Watkins. I think mostly is I based my decisions. So you go 50-50. Tough call. I really don't know off top. It'll be a close game. I think what made me proud was that that USC went nine players. Because I was really saying that I've been watching. I'm like, damn, we got 7, we got 8, we got 9. They can step, 8. But my goal is to get 9. Ultimately, I think we got 9 that I could play. because Laura's hurt. AG can come in, but they usually AG, Forestier, and Viv Akawafo usually come in like towards the end. They can play some lower level like tourney teams, but it'd be a great match. It'd be Political says it'd be a great matchup, close, but I give USC a slight edge without Watkins, in my opinion. Thank you, Political. I guess it matters on who shows up because I think both teams match up well. I think they match up well, and I think it's about like okay, if you say what you should say like is with everybody playing well, you know what I mean? That includes Tessa, Joyce, Maddie. I don't know all of them, right? My edge would go to obviously the Trojans, and I said it from the beginning that I think that we will get a chance if the Gamecocks stay playing the way that they can play and get through their side of the tournament, and we get through our side of the tournament for real, and the world gets to see. I think the world money wise would want to see us play UConn, not because I think that UConn is just like, woo, UConn. I just think it's just a habit of people going for the underdog in a sense where Paige is like the underdog, giving Paige the opportunity to win, and the fact that, Gino's been such, he's the crown of, but not as of late. And then, of course, Don's team is the crown, the creme la creme. So I think seeing both USC teams in the finals would be super exciting. I'd give the edge to us, and because I think we play at our transition game is in our defense, and the pace that we play is just unmatched. And then ultimately we have a superstar in JUJU Watkins. I think if you ever got her that close to, it's like blood shark. It's like shark smelling blood to know that she was in the finals that close. And she's been a champion. Kennedy has been a champion. Hell, I want to say Kiki's been to the championship on some levels. I'm not sure if she was there as a freshman when they won. I didn't think about that one. But I think that and they never played each other, which is so cool. That's the best part. They never played each other. I think that the edge, because of JUJU Watkins, goes to her. Goes to her, not by much. And like you said, not having Ashlyn makes a big difference. Don't ever bet against South Carolina, and I don't ever bet against JUJU. So I would say it would have to be a close matchup for real. I think both USC and then the experience of South Carolina being there. And then the they got experience playing for a chip, all that goes in to their favor. But I think that I think you have to watch during the tournament like how they both look, and then really kind of that before that matchup you kind of know. But I think right now that's why we're number 2, possibly, and they're not. And so I think that in itself kind of tells you a little bit right now, maybe, right? We beat the teams that they lost to. That tells you something too. I think both USC playing for the chip would be the best matchup. It'd be fun, huh? We'd love to see both SCs in the championship, but I definitely wouldn't be putting my money on a game. It can really go either way. I don't know. The teams that they lost, the team they lost to, we beat. Kiki beat SC by 1 her freshman year. I thought so. Farrell, you're good because you remember her freshman year. Yeah, her freshman year. That's what I'm thinking too. Her freshman year. It had to have been way back then. Like when Haley Jones was on the team and Cam Brinks, right? Lexi Hall, that team. And then I think Stanford goes on to play Arizona. And then they barely beat Arizona, didn't they? Didn't they barely beat Arizona for the championship? Kiki beat South Carolina when she won a championship. Yeah, in the final of 2021. I got a memory. I kind of remember that. So she kind of. I mean, obviously, it's totally different time, totally different team, right? But and Kiki's like, she's rounding back out. Kiki gonna be there. She's experienced winning a regular season title, but lost to us for the. She might have won the regular season title before and a Pac-12 title in her career. So doing it for both teams is just amazing for her. So she knows about the moment. She knows about the moments. You know what I mean? And right now, when I saw Hannah and Olivia gelling so well in the beginning, I was like impressed to the point where I was like, wow, they're the best guard duo in the country, right? Whereas it should have been like Isaiah James and Zoe Brooks. And so, but then I started getting disappointed in North Carolina State because I was like, oh, what are they doing? And so I just left it at Hannah and them. But the duo, like front court, back court, is JUJU and Kiki, which everybody wanted it to happen like that. Boom. They just like, oh, it ain't working. It's clunky. It ain't this. I'm like, hell yeah, it is. They're in each other's way. None of them ever played with a superstar like that can move around the court and score from anywhere and just plays off of instinct, because the type of offense we have is like a free flow offense, read and react, and it's like, and transition, okay, miss or make, nothing is there. So what do? Okay, well, do you make the move first, or do you allow the defense to? Ultimately, we don't want the defense to set up, but if they set up, then you got to read what are they in. And the trickiest one is when I remember, because I've been a guard and I know what it's like when it looks like a zone, but it's moving with you but they don't leave their spot. It's a matchup zone. Or I look at the zone, and because they're trying to stop just me, that person is following me, but nobody else is getting followed. So it's like all these things are going on. And my babies are just sophomores and freshmen out there, you know what I'm saying? Except for Raya and Kiki. So they're sitting up there. But what I noticed on Saturday is that Raya was back in rare form, talking, telling them where to go, where to get, round out, like being a leader that she is. And, all of them are just vocal now, feeling comfortable with each other. They get along really well. Like we have two girls on the team that vlog, mainly Dominique Darius. She does a cool little vlog, and you get bits and pieces, and you really get to know the players, and you can see how well they get along. They got a lot of spirit, youthfulness on the team. They do a lot of introspection work, I guess. I can tell that JUJU has done some introspection work to realize, like, hey, Jude, where's the joy? Where's the smile? Me and Nippy been following JUJU since high school. And so the stoic, the serious focus, Jude, that you see in the court with the poise and the composure, and doesn't overly react to bad calls. She'll frown at, some of the hits she take, I don't blame her. It's a human reaction to kind of like, wait, what? You did what? You called what? You're not doing what? Or just like, oh my God, I just got shoved to the ground. These kind of things, but she don't crash out. She gets a little chippy as time goes on. When it becomes like down, you're going to see more reaction, but she's not crashing out and losing composure. And as her they follow that lead. They learn from her. I think they're all like that, and I think they're all, vibing off her. So as a leader, you gotta lead in that quiet storm, in a way. And so I was mentioning about me and Nippy following her in high school. She did the too small, big small, little whatever, talking mess, throwing up threes. That's young. That's young, immature stuff. She did that. It some players do it, and it's all about them. Dude does it, and it's not. I don't get the ego thing with her. I get it, like it's to pump up the team. It's she's having fun, and she showed that emotion, looking at the camera, and turn that head, kind of like her commercial. You know what I'm saying? Giving us like, she's talking to the student section because that's what she should do. The student section doing 4 down at the end and letting out a holler, letting out, a season worth of her not really screaming and letting it out. You know what I'm saying? It's just been amazing to see her show some emotion and just be a kid and laugh, and Cheryl Miller hitting her and all that kind of stuff. Has been a freaking amazing to watch. And you'll think you're going to get more. Nippy said, when Shani said that ESPN, that Juju and Kiki are the best in and out combo in D1, Rebecca Lobo was feeling some type of way, talking about we're forgetting about Paige and Sarah. No, we're not, Rebecca. No, we're not. We're not forgetting about Paige and Sarah Strong, who are phenomenal in what they do, but I don't really see them always connecting either, or with each other on that level, like they're playing off of each other. And their point totals are not even close to Juju and Kiki's. For one, their averages are not near. Juju probably averaged 24, I say between 24 and 25, and Kiki averages between 18 and 19 points. And whereas the two of them, Paige and Sarah, probably average 18 apart, 36 points between them. Now, you're not the best. In big games, when the refs are on that BS, she would put her hands up, but still be running down the court. And now every once in a while, she'll talk to the refs about a bad call. Yeah, and you can tell she's just raised right. Like, she's talking to them like, it's like, she talked to them. Just like I had Anita Ortega on my show, 25 years in D1 officiating. She shaded Juju a lot. She said amongst the officials, they said that Juju's like, the officials all talk about her like she's just one of the most pleasant superstars they've ever met. They've ever had to deal with. Like, they have no problems with her. They said there's nothing. Like, she just exhibits this good character, good leadership, good citizenship. She's just a good nature, even killed type of ball player. And I love it. I love it. I love the fact that she doesn't bark in their face and try to. It's just annoying to see that, when you're already the best. Like, don't do that. Overall, she's still very stoic and nonchalant, but at the games get bigger, she shows more emotion. And I love that. I feel you, and I love that too. Did anyone catch the Ohio State Maryland finish? The ending was wild. Ending was wild in that game. And Ohio State lost. And I kind of thought that Maryland at their best would defeat Ohio State. Not by much, but I thought they would. Kentucky versus Gamecocks game. That was close in the very first 2 quarters or something like that. But Gamecocks pulled away, as they should. What I liked about the Gamecocks game is that they had left that bench team in longer and sat the seniors. Unfortunately, it was senior day or whatever, but it's like, y'all not cutting it. Sorry. And that's just my opinion with your starters. Maybe Papa's like, no, I want to be on the court. Leave me in. But you need Fuwali. You need Fuwali in there. I think Joyce and Fagan were doing really well. And Tessa was looking good again. How many did I name? Chloe. That's a squad right there. That's a good squad. That's a good fun squad. But certain people on that squad, like, you can start it off, but the pace and the tempo that's going to be needed moving forward, I heard in the SEC Big Four, it's not going to be able to play until the tournament. She has crazy shin splints. Shin splints, if you don't know, are very painful, very tricky, very dangerous. That if you continue to play on those things, and I usually heard about them in track, especially with jumpers, hurdlers, anybody that's doing a lot of jumper or even sprinting. Especially it happens with the jumpers, man. You got to take care of those things. You got to ice those things, and it can turn into a stress factor, and you're done. And you're done. And you can ruin yourself for a long time with it. It takes a while to heal. RC, the game was crazy. A preview for how the conference tourney. Oh, the conference tourney and all of the tournaments are going to be wild. SC 1 seed. Texas 2 seed. Huh? Oh, yeah, SEC. Okay, you're talking about the SEC, yeah. SEC. South Carolina 1 seed. Texas 2 seed. And that was determined on a. They're both regular season champions. They got to share it, but they had to do a coin toss. If y'all didn't catch that, y'all caught that, right? Freaking coin toss. I know that pissed people out. What up, Dwayne D? I hope you heard me from the beginning, D. Y'all saw the girl from Ohio give the crowd. Oh, Cody McMahon was throwing up. See that kind of stuff like that? That ain't gonna get you no awards, honey. She throwed up the fingers because the camera had panned to Nisa when Anissa got what did she get, guys? A technical or ejected, one of them, and she just waved. Now when the camera panned to her on the bench, they was panning to Cody from a distance, and Cody throwing up the bird to the crowd, middle finger, and the camera was catching it. We will see Texas versus LSU match and Kentucky versus Gamecock rematch in the tournament. Okay, so Farrell, you say you're going to see Texas versus LSU, and who do you got in that, Farrell? And then a rematch between Kentucky and the Gamecock and a rematch in the tournament. But who will be in the finals? Texas and for the finals will be Texas and South Carolina. Is that safe to say? Is that safe to say that? USC Trojans will demolish Maryland again and take the Big Ten championship. Wait, Chicago, you don't think we're gonna play have to play UCLA again? You don't think okay, so you're saying you don't think we're gonna that we're gonna play them. Okay, let me tell you what's happening. Okay, I thought losing to USC 4 straight times was bad. TCU had lost to Baylor 37 straight until yesterday. Yep, TCU won in Big 12. Proud of them. I saw Haley Van Lith holding the trophy. USC, UCLA in the Big Ten champion. We'll beat them for the third time for sure. I see number 1 next to USC. I see it next to number 1 next to USC too. Okay, so USC wins basketball at the Big Ten championship. Naturally, the number 1 seed at the 2025 Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament. It's a position of privilege and prominence. USC is the team to beat. I'm reading from the USC Trojan Wire. The team every other school wants to take down in Indianapolis. Teams aspire to be the number 1 seed in the tournament, whether in a conference tourney or the big one in March. The Big Ten tournament, there's a specific benefit attached to a top seed, which does not exist at the NCAA tournament. The Big Ten tournament, the schedule is very specific in quarterfinal round, which is this year will be on Friday, March 7th in Indianapolis. The number 2 seed plays early evening time slot. 3 will play the night game. Those 2 teams will therefore have a shorter turnaround, right? Because we're going to play on Sunday, but because they're playing later, the rest, and they're going to be playing later on in the evening and Saturday semifinals, provided they get through the quarter and advance in their bracket. Being the number 1 seed, on the other hand, puts USC in the early game on Friday. So I got to be up to watch this game at 9 o'clock. Those of you on the East Coast, you will be watching the game at noon on Friday, which if you're at work, I'm sure that's a problem. And then we'll be able to shut it down and get through that game, hopefully with a win, right? And then move on. So the people in Los Angeles, we're going to watch it at 9 a.m., which will feel weirdly unnatural early on a Friday college basketball game. However, for USC playing a tournament basketball in Indianapolis, the early slot is a real advantage. The Trojans will be up first. They will finish their quarterfinal before any other team. Assuming they advance, they will have more rest before they go to their semifinal opponent, the winner of 4 versus 5 game. If USC makes it through the semis, we'll have more rest for Sunday's final from the number 2 and 3 UCLA and Ohio State. Being the number 1 seed means more rest for the tournament, since USC will need to win 3 games in 3 days in order to advance. So we got to win 3 games in 3 days. Good morning, Juju. What up, Miss D? Miss D. Finally, we get a good time. Yeah, they're gonna be playing noon their time, but obviously 9 o'clock ours. It'll feel like. And if they get out there early enough, fly out there early enough. Plus, we got a chance to go take a tour of Indianapolis earlier. They let us do that. They've been really kind to us in Indianapolis. I'll give them that. Where the Fever and where the Pacers play. They already been on that court. They've already practiced on that court. They already kind of gotten a feel. So they, when they were visiting earlier this year to the Midwest, so they've already kind of like had a chance to visualize playing in this tournament. It was like a foreshadowing of the future, and it's like just preparing it. And I like that. I like the confidence that they shown in the pre-preparation mentally. The majority of the game is mental. And if you can get that mental edge on people, that could say a lot. So RC, do you think Iowa can get past Ohio State in the tournament? I want to play Ohio State so bad. Do you? Okay, so there's your answer. He's saying Ohio want to play. Iowa wants to play Ohio State really bad, because that game right there was so close. I'm wondering from you guys, do you think UCLA is still that team, besides playing us, that is still dominant enough to win and get to the finals with us? Because I believe we're going to get to the finals. I can't see anybody necessarily knocking us off and stopping us from getting to the final. And to me, I think it's going to be a test of our resolve, how resilient we are. It's going to push us to really just dig down deep and play back-to-back games, which should be, I think our conditioning is there. I believe that we'll get a chance, like when we play the 4th or 5th team, that we'll get a chance to play more people off the bench and try different things just to get to the finals. So you're only going to watch the Oregon-Indiana game to scout anyone that USC might have to play. I will watch for scouting purposes. I might watch UCLA. I want to come up and advertise and try to watch all the games. Like, if they're like same day, obviously back to back, I'll just come up and we can watch it together. UCLA is about to have their guts and hearts checked double, triple time. That's hard. That's really hard to come and play somebody and lose to them a 3rd time. That's crazy. Yeah, I think they'll get past. You think they'll get past and get to the finals too? Okay. The only thing that they may give them a run for their money is Iowa if they make it past Ohio. What is it about Iowa that is giving UCLA problems? I mean, not to say they're not giving us. They didn't give us. I just think that on that day, it had a lot to do with it. And I kind of heard under Rhea's breath, like when they asked about the tournament, she was like, she made something a mention about playing Iowa. Like I know she wanted to say we're gonna kick the ass. Like they have something now. What Iowa did stopped us from being like number one, and I think we got a little grudge against them. And I think that I hope that Rhea's back is better because she looked so much better this last game. But I saw Rhea hurt herself way back in Indiana, Purdue, one of them gyms. I remember. I think she was tweaked a bit, and I think she's been working on that, getting therapy, and so forth. Maryland is scary. I'm a huge Kayleen Van Smeckle fan. I imagine you're talking about. You think she's ready to be a pro? Not USC, but UCLA. I almost beat them. They sure did. They should have. That game really, yeah. Kayleen Smeckle, I know you're talking about. Yeah. So, I want them to get out there early, get comfortable, get the feel of the gym, get the feel of the atmosphere, and I want to have an easier time than the SEC. I want to have an easier time than the SEC, y'all. Those of you all watching on X, I can't see if you make comments, but if you want to come on over to YouTube, be my guest, please, and come on in and join the conversation, if you will. And if you want to add to it, you're welcome to. I do see after I seen some of the comments. I think maybe on one of the outlet sites, and then they mentioned JUJU winning National Player of the Year. Some people like Hannah deserved. It was like a couple, maybe 3 out of 20 people. Oh, and Hannah this, and I'm like, no. You can't have those two performances and losses. When Jew is in a quote unquote slump or has an off night, we don't lose. All that, and then you can do reverse psychology and say, well, that just shows how important she is to the team. No, that doesn't. Because if your shot is off, or your shot is off, or something's not working, then you gotta go out, and everybody knows, get back, play some hard defense. Do something on defense. Congratulations to JUJU Watkins for National Player of the Year, voted unanimously by The Athletics. Now, as we talked about briefly, which was a little bit of Big 12, I think TCU won the title. Who won? TCU won the title. ACC. Who won the title in the ACC? Notre Dame. And then SEC co-champs with Texas, and then us with the Big Ten. Who won the SEC? Was it? Why don't I remember any celebration? JUJU Watkins has always showed up, even in losses. Tell them Chicago. It cracks me up how people just want this perfection, right? I feel like when she's not meeting some sort of expectation, and scores under 20 or scores 20 something, but has like a volume shooting night or 5 turnovers or something like that, that it's not, I don't feel like it's so much the other team causing it. You know what I mean? As much as it's her moving too fast, going too fast for her teammates, or not being patient enough on her shot, or shots just off. But I think when she's getting blitzed, yes, and doubled and triple, it affects her, but not enough for people to take credit. My prediction is winning the tournament. NC State wins the ACC. Okay, Farrell. SEC Gamecocks and Big 12 TCU and USC. Then Big. Okay, I can get with that. Thank you. I was asking your prediction. I can get with that. I think I can get with that. RC said Notre Dame. NC State shared the AC title. That's right. They did. That's what it was. I think I did know that. So I low-key got NC State winning as well. That would be hilarious, but also sad. It'll be sad for Coach Ivy, but that's the thing. You can't be out there peaking too soon. You feel me? You can't be out there showing all your goods. Because Westmore ain't no joke. And that dang Zoe was closing. What'd you say about Jew nippiness with Corey close through everyone? I saw that except for Kiki and Gabriella. I've never seen Corey close that mad. I don't know if y'all paid attention to the press conference. You probably didn't, but you guys, man, I was almost like embarrassed. I was high-key embarrassed. Because I'm like, who's she talking about? I feel like some of the blame got to be on the coaches. How you not blitzing JUJU and double teaming JUJU? She threw them under the bus, y'all, and I think she felt that Kiki and Gabriella was the only one out there. I mean, they did have, standout performance, and they was going hard. I think Kiki was the most fiery. I think Janai is a good dog for them, but I think Kiki was showing like fight. She always does. Do her best as she can. But your center need to get tough. But she threw them under the bus, and she was like red in the face, hot, looked like she'd been crying. She was like mad, as she should be. But damn, she should have cooled off before she went to that press conference. Cause they gonna get it. They gonna get that. They gonna get that side. That's true for the recruits, huh? To see that. I was upset. I get it. I didn't get publicizing your anger and thumbing at the player's necks on air. Her seat is about to get hot. Damn. Did y'all see Juju's new degree? How's she gonna do degree deodorant commercial? She got Dove. She's with Dove. Can she do that? No, I see no. Put that in the Discord. I see no commercial with degree. I don't really like to use chemical deodorants. Chloe said, if you're scared, don't come back. She did. But I think she should say that to them, though. JUJU Watkins versus SC in Tampa for the championship. That's what I said, GOAT. That's what I said. I think that would be a fun watch right there. Well, but I won't be able to tell you that until let me see the Big Ten. Let me see the tournament. And I don't know if I want to judge people on if they don't win their tournament though. Well, we have seen you carry team multiple times, even if teammates are playing well. Notre Dame plays well when everyone is clicking, so I definitely have to get a player of the year to Watkins. Check our IG. It's in the Discord Team News channel. Okay. Team News. Okay. I didn't know that, Nippy. You be like quick on it. I don't see no, because usually I'll see something that comes up on USC women's basketball Instagram. When the heck did that pop up? UCLA keep making this. UCLA does not match up well against us, and it's so easy to see. But I really just can't understand what the rest of them girls are doing. But at the same time, I feel like when she said they did not execute what, this is where it is. This is what it is. This is where she's funny because she's like, it ain't my fault. We gave them the game plan. They're not doing it. They're not doing what we told them to do. They're doing what they want to do. But some of it, to me, is like, damn, that's true. You could say that, but things might change out there because they make adjustments to what you're doing. And so they probably are like, this isn't working. We got to do this. But and every team does it. But I did see some shots that I know she didn't draw that up. Like, that I seen. Best taking a three and shit like that. I was like, I know you didn't draw that up. I know you didn't draw that. And then Bates left, and then Betts left the post to go guard Avery, and Avery took advantage of her and popped that three. And if that ball would have hit it, would have missed off, she was out of position to get the rebound. She's mad because they couldn't get no defensive rebounds. I was wondering why Dudley wasn't getting any minutes. She seems like a good player. Switch teams like Dom did. And Avery Howe needs to shoot when the ball comes her. That's right. I've been telling you that Avery got the shot, but she has to want to release it. But she has to be in her. She needs to be find out where her spot was, what she has. Find your spot, and we'll get you the ball. But don't move, because we're looking this. See, and another thing, Kiki's been doing better, and other players have been doing. I specifically saw Kiki do it. She looked this way and passed that way. Early on, when they were getting used to each other, they were telegraphing. I was like, do you think you're really just gonna, as time goes on, be looking at a player and literally like here? You gotta look. If you notice, Juju, she gets her stare is so blank. You really don't know what she's thinking, what she's doing, where she wants to go, what ball. You gotta have like a blank stare, or you gotta look this way and pass this way. D1 stuff. Okay, so we got 8 minutes for me to read off. I told you what the Big Ten schedule was. I actually had something on here where I was going to tell you who's playing who. If anybody has that schedule, you may say, it sounds like you know in the Big Ten who's going to be playing who. I want to talk about that to start it off. And I'm looking at the commercial right now. Is she in the commercial? Oh, damn, she is in the commercial. She's getting them back. JUJU is nuts. That used to be my favorite deodorant. That deodorant right there, Secret growing up was my deodorant, right? And then later, Degree, what have you thinking you can miss a shower, y'all? Degree ain't no joke. I cannot wait for the tournament. I cannot wait to see the commercials that JUJU's getting and whoever. And she's just so marketable. You know what I'm saying? And got the best smile. She got a great smile. And before this game, I said something to her, like under her, something she had up, and you can hope it reached her. I was like, Jude, you really need to smile more. You have such a great smile. It's like, it loosens you up. And she just, this last game, right after I said that, another thing I said, and Kiki had liked my post because I reposted out there after their senior day. I had posted something that she had posted. It was a collage of her from Stanford all the way to us. And it was so good. I was like, this is a good collage. I was like, look at baby Kiki. Baby Kiki, freshman year, with her girls at Stanford all the way to us. And I said something to her. And then I left it alone. And then I got a like from her. So I was like, shit, if you're paying attention, Kiki, hit the ball off the glass like Lisa Leslie told Angel. Higher. It's higher. Quit hitting the square. That square is just to show you where the next square is. It's like, you rarely use that smaller square in there. And if you do, you got to know how to pop it. And you got to be under the nail, like under that dunker spot to hit that one. But it's higher. Get it off higher. And I guarantee you it's going to drop back down. And she freaking hit that. And it's working. I love JUJU's personality. Like you said stoic, right? Degree. Drew be having you thinking he skipped a shot. So I'm telling you, Degree, I'll be like, damn, I still smell good. But I think it's good because if you do sports and stuff, it definitely keeps you smelling good. Especially like after the games. I'll be thinking like, I hated the other girl sweat on me. I hated hugging my players. I ain't gonna lie. I hated like down in the paint where you could feel them rub against you. Ugh. I hated that sweating. And I know that's crazy because when you play sports, I don't mind me sweating because it cools me off. And that's when I'm hot. When I get to sweating, you better look out because I'm about to go because I'm loose. But when other people sweat touch me, oh, it's disgusting. Never use Agree. Always use Dove. You always use Dove? Yeah. Growing up, I use Secret. And then Dove has this baby powder one that's kind of cool. I remember trying that one. They mess up your pH balance. And so, yeah, and then you can get cancer and all that. So then, like, I started, and then, but then they hadn't improved the natural kind. It left you funky, boy, but it's like supposed to be healthier. But then it's just one I got with no parabens and different things in it. It's perfect. But I had to get it off of online. So I'm a backer on that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. But the only thing is, Nippy, I think you said it. All of these brand deals, it's cool to get the bag and everything. Right, the medals. Yeah, medals, no medals. That's what I'm trying to say to it. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't need all that in there. But all of these brand deals, I'm like, how much time does she have to spend promoting or, having conversations with them or showing up for events or doing short clips and stuff like that? I'm like, look, somebody was saying in my chat, Ju, we need to settle it down and get focused. Or this tournament, like they need to back off because she already got to deal with school. I think people forget people are like student athletes, right? I found out her major was communication. So not to say that that's easy or anything, but I know I had to communicate. I had like A in my little general communication class. So I don't know what it looks like going. I think her classes are working for her because I could see her really. She always used to talk in her high school days. She was pretty cool in front of the camera. She was real comfortable. But I think when you throw in media training, there's so many things that you got to think about that it kind of takes away from it makes you seem disingenuous. But she should just, she should just be herself. We're gonna accept her either way. But of course, you got to be careful with things you say and how you say it, because people just misconstrue and take things you say out of context or make it a soundbite in a clip, and the next thing you know, you done started a war. It's like the regular season version of National Player of the Year. Oh, thank you, Jacob. No, it's not. It's one many national player. No, it's one of many. It's one of many National Players of the Year. The NIL evaluation gonna be in millions by the time she's a senior. Because right now, what is 700,000? Over 700,000 right now. The valuation, I think, is over 700,000. Well, I think it's a mix of media training and her natural introverted personality. Yeah. I think, majority of my friends, because quietly I'm quiet at home, but I can go both ways. Like, you can be a little bit of both, but I might be up here talking because I'm talking about something I know or something I'm passionate about. Or if it's a subject like that, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm that extrovert where I'm just going to take a mic at a party and just, but I always do well with introverts. I always have introvert friends, and introverts are always so misunderstood. Like Flojo was an introvert, and she was looked at as conceited or snobby or stuck up. Like they think that, but she doesn't give that. So you understand, yeah. Introverts, like, they want to be, they don't want you to assume like, oh, she wouldn't want to be asked to go to lunch with the group, or she wouldn't want to be invited to. They want to be invited, but don't expect them to like come and don't look for them to be the one who they're just happy to be there. I think. Like I had a friend, she'd come and we're all swimming and everything, having a good time, but they're reading a book and they just want to be in the midst of the atmosphere, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I hate people to go like, oh, put your book down and come get in the water. Why don't you do that? No, they're happy doing what they're doing. Everybody should be doing whatever they want to do when they're at the party. Everybody don't got to do the same thing. Another thing I hate is like being around people who are uncomfortable with you not wanting to have alcohol or wanting to turn up and get drunk. Everybody don't want to get drunk. Some people just want to just chill with a cocktail in their hand and get a good feel, a good vibe, and wish that you wouldn't be getting sloppy drunk and all over them. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to be invited. It's always nice to always include them, but don't overly I mean, and usually they're probably one of the most popular people by virtue of their talent or something. But that doesn't mean they're supposed to be out there entertaining you. I like to be myself, but yes, please invite me. Yes, please invite them. That's what they've always, because some of my closest friends are introverted like that. They want to be invited. Just don't expect me to show up. That's another thing they say. But always invite. And don't, if they don't show up, it's nothing personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love it because I feel like they're their own people. Nothing's wrong with outdoorsy people. Nothing. But nothing is wrong with indoorsy people either. Do it. I've never liked folks in public. I just don't. Are you an introvert, RC? Right, I feel that. I'm not trying to babysit. Oh, do it. Oh my God, that's like I'm too old for that, bro. Like, oh, it is so annoying. It's like you can't even enjoy yourself because you got to watch your friend. They can't handle their alcohol. Like, it's like some people just really get annoyed by it. But I mean, like, it just ruins everything. It's like, here we go again. Damn. Shows that you're at least thinking of me and want to involve me. Yeah, it shows that you at least thinking of them. And then I bet you get just like, she don't want to go, or she never go. That's like, and then for me, I'm the type of person that's invite me, but don't get offended because every single time you're having something or it's your birthday that I got to go. Don't do that, because at this stage of my life, the way my health is and the way I feel, you might want me to allow myself to choose, and because you ain't the only one that's inviting me to things, for one thing. And then, like, I don't want to come and I know that I already, that mood. It's not your function or anything. It's like, then you can tell when some people come and it really wasn't a good idea for them to come, because they just, you get older, your moods are a certain way. You're changing. You don't feel good. You might have a crazy week. Maybe you're not feeling well, and then you come and then it's like you look like a Debbie Downer, but it's like you wasn't feeling good, but you're trying to show up for your friend. I don't like crowded restaurants, crowded grocery stores. I don't like crowded nothing unless it's a ball game, because ain't no way around that, too. Right. Yeah, you might be introverted, RC, just a homebody. People who stay in when they finally come out are the most fun. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Do it. Like, because, yeah, they get wild, though. The ones that ain't been out in a minute, right, due to circumstances, oh, Lord, you got to look out, boy, because they about to turn up. You like, they don't get out. I tell them, I have friends like that, I'm like, they don't get out much. They got kids. And they just turn up. Like, damn, what's wrong with you? Crowds normally make me internally panic. I've only been like that for 5 or 6 concerts my whole life. But look, I know that the pandemic was, like me, I could survive during the pandemic. It was like, because of the type of field I'm in, I have to deal with people all the time, talking to strangers all the time, being in spaces like that all the time, answer phone calls, customer service type people are like that. Like you, so sometimes you don't want to hold a phone or be on a phone because that's what you do all day. Oh, 9:00, y'all. Let's go. Let's get with it. Great conversation. Let's get with it. What we got? Hold on. Don't beat me to it. Let me get to it. Don't say nothing, y'all. Let me find it and say what it is, what it ain't. Now, rankings don't necessarily mean anything, right? But it's still a confidence builder. It's still good to kind of. I hate when I go to the page and it's still stuck on what it is and what it ain't. See, it's not coming up. Let me Google it. Concerts give you high anxiety? Oh, okay, it popped up on my page. Here we go. AP top 25 women's at the top of the poll. Texas number 1, USC number 2, buddy. UConn 3. Was anybody surprised about that? Anybody surprised about number 3, UConn? I am. UCLA 4. South Carolina 5. Notre Dame 6. 7, North Carolina State. 8, TCU. Damn, I said that before they were even ranked this year. I said by the end of the year, TCU, when I saw them play once, because I was looking at Haley Van Lith, and I was looking at Taylor Bigsby, who used to play for USC Trojans. I just took a peek in, and then first time I saw Sedona Prince, right? Because I didn't really know about her, guys. I'm sorry. I wasn't in basketball like that. I said they're going to be as high as 8 by the end of the season, and I got it right. LSU, number 9. Man, they took a hit, y'all. They dropped 2 spots. Oklahoma, 10. Duke, 11. Kentucky, 12. Ohio State, 13. 14, North Carolina. 15, Maryland. 16, West Virginia. 17, Baylor. Baylor's coming up. I mean, that's where they were last time. 18, Tennessee took a huge hit and dropped 7 spots. 7. They have the nerve to lose yesterday to Georgia. They dropped down. 19, Alabama. 20, Kansas State. 21, Oklahoma State. Florida State, 22. Creighton, 23. Michigan State, 24. And South Dakota State. Now, I've heard a lot about this team. Made the top 25. Who surprised y'all the most? Talk to me, I talk back. UConn, wow, yeah. TCU 8, that's something else. Notre Dame passed SC Carolina, got to get. Notre Dame is under South Carolina. USC, what you say to it? USC looks like they're trending up while the competition looks like they're trending down. UConn bought out last time I saw them after that schedule looked light, so I haven't followed. I can't believe Cal has totally. Man, I know. Hold up. What happened? Why did my Cal Bears? Oh man, they just beat somebody. Why did Cal Bears? They just beat. They beat Stanford. Nippy. That wasn't nothing. They were doing so well. I like Cal Bears. Oh man, I really like Duke. I was hoping top 10 for them. I don't like Duke. I can't make heads or tail of them. I'm sorry. Nothing against the players. Just I ain't saying nothing. Okay, they're 11. Okay, so let's see who went down and up. So Texas, they didn't change. USC went up 2 spots. UConn went up 2 spots. UCLA dropped 2. South Carolina went up 1. Notre Dame dropped 3 spots as they should. Maybe they should have dropped 4, but I ain't saying nothing. North Carolina State went up 2 spots. TCU went up 2. LSU dropped 2. Oklahoma went up 3. Duke went up 5 spots. Kentucky went up 3. Ohio State dropped 1. North Carolina dropped 6 spots, bro. 4 spots, Maryland went up. 2 spots, Virginia. Baylor stayed the same. Tennessee dropped 7. I think that's the hardest right there. 7. They just said, wow. Alabama went up 1. Kansas went out 6. They're second to the craziest drop in the rating. Oklahoma State stayed the same. Look at Oklahoma State trying to hang in there. Florida State went up 2. They took a long time to start rounding out to something. I'm going to tell you that. Creighton down 1. Michigan State down 1. What say you on this Monday day? Again, how important is the rankings? The AP, I mean, you know what I would like to see, like what it was last year at the end of the regular season and how many teams that were in the top 4 actually made it to the Final Four. Like how closely um, doesn't mirror a championship run. Meaning, with the top four being Texas, USC, UConn, and UCLA, is that an indicator or a predictor of who will be in the Final Four, just based on the regular season? Or do we get a chance? Chat, to look at? I mean, is the AP ranking still continue on after the tournament? Like when you have the SEC tournament, can this change? Who is 25? South Dakota. Yeah, Louisville dropped out. JJ Redick praised JUJU and UCLA after the game. I know he did. He was at the game. He was staying in a hotel because his house burnt down. So unfortunately, his family has been staying near UCLA. But his schedule, he said, didn't open up for him to really attend. And when it did, he didn't realize it was a game. So he got in touch with his people and he said, let me come down and check out this game. And he said, I want to see the JUJU. I've heard of her, kind of seen some game, but never in person. And he never been to Poly. But he said, yeah, she lived up to every hype that's been said about her. TCU and Van Lith did struggle to slam the door on Baylor yesterday. I think they won. Yeah, but it's getting down to the wire, though. And Baylor's been trending up. I still don't think UConn is going to make it to the Final Four, especially if they have to play USC in the Elite Eight again. I think that's so stupid. I do not want to play them in the Elite Eight. Not because I'm afraid of them. Let somebody else do it. Like, we done played them already. Like, good golly. Put her on the Lakers. Look, it's so funny that people say, like, oh, they probably can't. Nobody is saying that a woman is going to be the best ever player, obviously, in an NBA team. That is not what we're saying. We're saying that we play against boys and men all the time in pickleball. That's, so it's just like anything. You can get on the court and pass the ball around and do what you got to do, get a free open shot, whatever the case may be. Like, don't act like she can't run up and down the court and get some. She even said she could. She even said she'll get some off. I know she'll get some off. With the NBA defense, she can make something shake. It's straight up. With that defense, that weak-ass defense, please. Please. And the range that Caitlin got, she'll get a shot up. If she will have to shoot 35-footers with her little self. I mainly feel bad for the kids because they're way too young to experience that. Experience what? Jacob, I missed it. Well, there you have it. Any surprises? Is anybody surprised? Or is it just me that UConn? You think UConn should be above UCLA? Or am I giving UCLA too much love? I mean, they are 27-2. Oh, the fires. Yeah, we've had fires, man. We've had, bro. Like, LA, we done survive fires, earthquake, riots, police brutality, O.J. Simpson, all kind of stuff. It's the pandemic. I mean, it's just been like this generation is just, whew, they're gonna be something special. I see greatness coming out of them. With all the adversity, it's all about resilient. Kids are super, super resilient. I'm gonna tell you, that's been my field. More than 31 years. I just worked 31 years for LA County, but I had worked 7 years prior to that in social services. And let me tell you, that I've seen kids survive the most horrific abuse and can be or neglect, and can be very, very resilient. At the end of the day, with proper care, treatment, love, and just overall, the age of when something might happen, very resilient. They face homelessness, near homelessness, to make it to be NCAA champions. Or I don't want to say any name, but somebody on the Chosen nearly faced that, and here they are, doing great things and being a great leader. No. UCLA is they're 27-2. they've only had 2 losses. But I think for them, what makes it worse for them is that they dropped 2 spots. I mean, excuse me, they dropped to the same team. Some kids need everything for things they go through, unfortunately, some don't. Get it? True, absolutely, absolutely. Like UCLA has 2 losses. Texas has. How come they place more games than us? They got 29. Texas has 29 wins, and we only had 26, but we both had the same amount of losses. I'm truly shocked that Texas is like number 1. I don't know about anybody else. I'm just like, how the hell that happened? I did not think that they would be in this spot right now, y'all. I just didn't. I played with everyone. Randolph Childress. Oh, okay. Joe Smith, Victor Page. I haven't played with any pros from the W, but I played with women I thought could go pro, and you can tell special is special. Yeah, you could just tell them. Yeah, I think I know these people. I've heard of Randolph Childress. Where'd you play at? D? JUJU is about to be the catalyst that pushes the evolution of women's basketball. She already is really. And see, people, Nip, you did your research, and I'm so proud of you for doing your research about JUJU, because, in LA, it's like, let me tell you, the gymnasium at Poly feels way different than our fans than in LA. LA, we talk to each other, we mingle, like the how you saw me get the pictures with some of the stars. Not everybody is sitting courtside. They may sit in the row. Like I'm on the first, row. So at some point, they allow you to be around them and mingle with them. They might come out from the courtside and walk and talk and stay after. Our DJ is lit, totally lit. He's at Sparks One, and I don't know if he's the Lakers. I know he did SoFi Stadium, but he's so lit. And he plays the music, and everybody gets involved. And people stand up and cheer, laugh. You talk to your neighbor. We're way more interactive, like a family environment. And whereas you said they kind of laid back, stuck up, kind of like they're there. But they were kind of really hostile, like in the beginning against Jew, but by the end, you just can't do nothing but love the girl. Like some lady jumped up and she was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I need to take these colors off. I mean, they had that place blue though. We too cool for that. Because they'll give you shirts in the beginning. They had like 2,000 shirts or something like that. Like, so, and it'll be like the row that the cameras could see. I'll be wearing that. We may not like fall in line and paint the place red or something like that. But I see now that the jerseys are on sale, that a lot more people and kids and everybody's wearing her jersey. I got that, or they get the shirts. So that's really like huge. I mean, I ain't seen nothing like that. Because there was no way we have a sports arena, so. But it had terrible audio that Cheryl played in back in the day. That would be extremely hard to feel. But the fans at Poly, they different. They different. But the kids, the students, they was going in. They was going in. That's why Jew had to come up, say something to him. Ray had said something to him. That's a student thing. They just always gonna be like that. It stems from like football. You know what I mean? Our football teams and their team. But it goes wild. But the fans and everything, they're just totally different. Mostly military bases around Virginia and Maryland. Didn't play at college level. I joined the service. But if you play enough ball, you run into some of the CBA. Yeah, NBA players, I guess. Yeah, CBA is that's how I was. And it's funny because it's like if I continued out of college and when I went overseas. My coach I played in Australia, so she had offered me that, but I got into some other things that were good for me, and so I didn't continue. But when I came back out and started playing, almost 9 to 10 years later, I still had it, and so that's when I ran into the Lisa Leslie's and Tina Thompson. All of those, I've seen those greats, And so it was kind of like I knew I could like play. I was like, oh man, I definitely could get down. Like how to continue, and when it like Cynthia did and gone overseas, like she got so much better. Because she was a late bloomer anyway. Cooper's like late bloomer, official playing. Like she just started playing in high school, but she had all the tools and athleticism anyway. Um, she was a great hurdler. She made it to California State meet and the 300 hurdles. A lot of people don't know about that. I do because I ran track. And yeah, anytime you're a 300 hurdler and you're a ball player, that means you got endurance, stamina, coordination, like amazing. What up, Groovy? What up? What up? I just went over and through the list. That's what I want to talk about today. And I'm gonna come up, we gotta get ready though. We gotta get ready, y'all. I'm gonna watch the games. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on the Big Ten. Maybe do a little bit thorough dive over, come up a conversation, or maybe make a recording. Maybe probably just come and talk to y'all about who's playing who in the Big Ten tournament. Discuss who's going to evolve. But I do. I mean, barring nothing happening crazier off the wall, I don't see why we can't win the Big Ten. I don't see why USC can't win the Big Ten, especially because they predicted it was going to be either USC or UCLA anyway. This is what they said in the very beginning, that from the day that we got introduced into the Big Ten, they had us at the top. Somebody saw something in us, right? So, hey, if you guys want to keep up with the news with the Trojans or even just the Big Ten, we have a Discord that you can just become a member, and you'll just get news to pop in, pop up, that will pop up, and you can follow us in there, and while you're going about your life, because I know everybody's fall is not about women's college soup, but those of you who've been rocking with me for a little bit, hit that. I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you following so diligently. And I want you to hit that like button for me. Always hit the notification button so that you can get notified whenever I go out, come up. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Share this channel with someone else. RC, what did you say before I leave? You said, can UCLA beat Texas, UConn, or Notre Dame right now? I think if they get out of their head about what's going on with us, I don't know how much of, honestly, I don't know how much of the heart we took from them. I really don't. I don't know if they're going to be so focused on dwelling on why they can't beat us. Because with Lauren Betts, you should be able to beat those teams. It's up to Lauren Betts. It's up to Lauren Betts and Kiki and the rest of the group. They can. They just, I don't know what's wrong with them. Dude, did you see the song I shared in the Discord? Thinking of starting a song of the week. Oh, I like that idea. What is it under? What is it under? Can you put I was trying to go to Discord, but my channel just went kind of blank. I was trying to put the link down here. What category is it under? I think you should do a song of the week. Hell yeah, I like that. Let's see. What is it under? I'm sorry. The music channel? Let's see. Browse channels. I probably don't have that lit up. I had to figure out how to follow all the categories. Oh, I didn't even click. No wonder I didn't see. You have it right here. I didn't see the new bracket. NCAA tournament. Okay, now I know where to put this at. I gotta go in and click it under the community category. Okay. Thanks, Ned. Okay. Okay. Okay, today is the 3rd. Yeah, I love Vicky Howard. I love Vicky Howard. Come share my love. Yeah. Yeah. Do it. Doing it. Yeah. Okay, I like this. It didn't. I need this to stand out. Okay, now that I click community, now it's gonna stand out. Who you got night? You gonna be having you gonna be having nightmares. Betsy, Betsy and Clarice and Juju when she closed her eyes. Damn, I know, man. Oh my God, Clarice, Did you guys see Clarice get a big block on Betsy, like facing her? And let me tell you why Juju was upset when she got blocked from behind. And it looked like it was a clean block, right? It looked like it was a clean block by Betsy, stripping Ju from behind. And you could tell the way Betsy did it. It was personal, like she was trying to. But Ju is so strong, like the core of her body. She went and bounced back up like what? Like a rubber band, right? I said that girl is strong. Because the way she ripped her would have slammed anybody to the ground. But she was not going to let you think that your strength was stronger than hers. And the way she popped back up, the reason she looked like what is because right before she got the block, Betsy made contact with her back, bounced off, then stripped. That's a foul. That's a foul because I saw how she did it. And they do that very well. London does it very well. Kiki does it very well. They kind of bump you when you got the ball and bounce off. It's like this real slick. They kind of throw you off. That's why TiVo hits the ground real easy like a bowling pin. The little freshman. It's real slick though. It's real like it's just bump they do. It's slick though. I got them. But the girls need to be aware of that. They're gonna be having nightmares to it. I don't know what the song was in my mind this morning. I liked it though. But I don't see what it goes with, but I like. Yeah. I love Mickey. Mickey used to sing on Crenshaw. She's from Ladera. She's from around where I lived in LA back when I was out of college. And there was a club called the Maverick, and that's where Howard Hewitt and her would sing. Good time, man. You just brought back memory. But when Ju got her get back before Betsy even got down to court, old girl was just like, dang, we can't stop this girl. Refs be trying to keep the game close. Yeah, but it would have been fair for them to have called that because Betsy, she tried to get them hype off of that slam and it was real personal. So then that's when Ju went down. So you notice how Ju's game is like mine. You do something to me, I'm gonna do something back. And that's how you keep the momentum. That's how you stop momentum. That's what Cheryl Miller would do. That's what Maya Moore would do. That's what the greats do. But sometimes our team don't be reading that. It's like, give me the ball back. Ray is getting into it. Kiki's getting into it like, she just did what to me? Hey, give me that ball back. That's how you play in the park. That's how we got down in the park. Give me that ball back. Get that ball to me. Like if I see somebody get the best of you and I see you hustle down that you want me to get you that ball, I'm like, I'm getting you that ball because you need to get her back. That's street hoops. And that's how she plays. If I see my friend get dogged out on a block, I'm coming from the other side while they racing down thinking they got an open lay-in. I'm coming down to pin your shit to the backboard. Like, you're not going to do that to my friend. Like, you don't got no open. First, I run track, so I don't care if I'm behind you or not. I'm going to catch up to you. And you're going to have to see me. You're going to have to see me and think about, do you want to keep going to the hole? And maybe you will, maybe you won't. And dude, that's court vision and IQ is crazy because she saw that girl was about to get that ball and immediately moved into action, saw it from the half court line. See? Nippy be knowing basketball like that. Nippy be knowing. She be seeing Nippy be on the court. Nippy, you be on the court. You be watching stuff like me. I'll be watching the court like I'm on the court. But the television angle is so whack though. The cameras don't even know how to keep up with it all. If they just go on and stay wide and stop trying to like do certain things, because they missing the action because you got to read the whole floor. And that's what I be like, like watching it, like, okay, what are they seeing? Like, sometimes this angle is good. Like, they need stop being cheap. Give us a 3 camera angle on this, 4 maybe. Shit. Do like track and had a thing on a track. Nah, that would hurt somebody. Can't do that because they'll trip on that. But they got it above. Stay with the game. They should be they should have been calling them right. No, that's what I'm saying. They wasn't calling that on Rice. They was like Rice was getting away with stuff. It's like, see, I could tell the ball players in here because y'all are catching. I don't be complaining, but y'all catching the same thing that I'm seeing. I'm thinking like, okay, in London do it a lot too. London do it. I don't know. The first game at Galen, she was getting away with a lot of stuff. Some stuff they caught her, but I was like, they think they slick. And then you see Hakia straight shoved Juju to the ground, and she kept dribbling, and she looked at her like, okay, slowed her pace, took a breath, 3. Now what? Because I was like, and she didn't even look back at the ref. Like, and the ref was standing there. Because the guy, the man in the front row with the red shirt that whole game, he jumped up like, dude, you don't see that? Like, everybody in here saves, but she just did. She even, Hawkins even thought she was going to call it. Like, you straight shoved Juju to the ground. Like, that was crazy. So many bad calls in that game. That needs to be a nationwide meeting with ref for sure. For sure. Like they have to be graded. I mean, granted, you can't catch them all, but that was right in front of you, right on the perimeter. Very obvious that she took her hand. I mean, his eyes must have darted somewhere else. I don't know what he was looking at and how he didn't see that. Bet's whole foot was out of bounds. No call. But you know what I think Lindsay is telling them to look for is Bet's camping with her 1 foot in the paint. And at 3 seconds, and then she does this little hop travel thing. I had some fools on the internet. I didn't say that. I said, no, that's because she took dance class. So Kennedy did this spin move, right? It was a circus shot, right? About 3 people out of 20 was like, oh, that's a travel. She took I was like, dude, she never twisted her pivot foot. It was a straight awkward, but it was definitely legal what she did. It was definitely 2 foot, 2 shots. Agreed. Needs to be a meeting. Notre Dame, Florida game was, no, not only that. It was, was it Notre Dame? Was it Notre Dame, Florida, or was it LSU? That game was raggedy. That whole rhythm, Alabama, LSU, I felt bad for them because that shit was thrown. That was throwing me out of rhythm. USC bench was up calling that out, and they missed it, huh, Nippy? Yeah, that was 2 steps. She just did a little dance. She did a little pirouette. It was totally like one day I might say, Kennedy, did you take dance? Because it was totally like a pirouette, and it looked like. I was like, she totally just took 2 steps. It's just, it don't matter how she take 2 steps or what it looked like. It was legal. I was just laughing at her. I was like, I know she was like, oh God, what did I just do? I was like, girl, I don't care. 2 steps, 2 points is 2 points. We taking it. It'll give you guys a good laugh in the film room because it was worth it. And did you see Malia? Did you see Nippy? Did y'all see little Malia Samuels pull her life together? Malia was balling. I need to get heckled K9 to get that shot to fall. And I need Kennedy's corner shot to come back. Those 2 things, those open looks, they need to get in the gym. I don't care, put some extra shots up like the way Avery's been doing. They got to get some reps, some hours of those extra wide open shots. Well, nobody beat us. Because they're leaving y'all wide open and you cannot miss your open shots. You guys start hitting these open shots. The lane is open for Juju and Kiki to do their work. And Ray, you keep stepping. You don't need to dribble into the free throw. You need to catch it, be at the free throw. Take the shot. Just the way you're doing it. Crane shot. Crane it and drop it in this tempo a little bit. Crane it in. And more importantly, y'all follow your shots. It looked like a travel, but it was just really an awkward. Yeah, it wasn't. K9 was has a lot to work on this summer. She does. She has a lot to work on, but she has a lot of potential. She has a lot of potential because she sometimes thinks she's got an open drive, but she's got to look at how Malia had to learn to get that shot off when she scooped it from here. K9, like sometimes it's open and you got it straight to the hoop, but if you want to go up against someone like Beth, you cannot take that or Dukelis, you cannot take that ball to the rim the way you're taking it at 5'9", with no double pump, no change of direction, nothing. Mm-mm. You running some people from South Carolina, and they're gonna hurt your feelings. Let's go 10. Let's go Malia. Let's go Malia Samuel. Like Pitbull. Let's go K9. Let's go K Dog. Let's go Kiki Irfin. Let's go Ray Marshall. Let's go Juju Watkins. Let's go Avery Howe. Let's go Aves. Let's go. Who else we want to say? Who else gonna come out shooting? Raya. Ray. You come on in. You come on in. You get a bucket. Come on, Viv. You get a bucket. Shoot, I want them all to get a bucket. I think Malia just needs to stay high, not run all the way to the corner. Heck, now stop trying to run all the way through the baseline. That's not there. She's dribbling less. We got one or two more dribbles and get the ball out your hand. Lay would butter our boots if she saw us again. Oh, she gonna hurt you because she didn't even get to play against UCLA. Malaysia Fuwala. She didn't even. Y'all lucky. I don't know if they would have won that game. Honestly, the Carolina, the way that UCLA came out pretty hot, but it showed when Lay was already averaging 13. I said that it was going to be a hell of a lot closer game. You needed Lay at her best. She just wasn't having a good game, but Lay would have made a difference. And then that would have got the rest of them going. And then right now, Joyce is way better. Fago's way better. Chloe's still solid, even a little better. Like, it's going to be a different story because they're going to be looking for you. Yeah, y'all shot the lights out that game. Y'all, I ain't going to lie. Y'all shot the lights out. Y'all was just real confident. I don't know what that was. Y'all were just ready. London's gone 5 for 5 before, and we still beat them. She did. The transition game was y'all beat them like how the way UConn was doing them. It was like they got lost on getting back on defense. That was kind of weird. I don't know what that was. They got to get back on defense. But this is a different team, and the way you guys aren't playing with much confidence right now. London's a defensive liability showing every game. You got a couple of other slow girls in there too. Because that's easy to take her out and to put somebody in. She did. She sat London for a while. Because London didn't even play a lot against South Carolina. She just, when she came in, she maximized her minutes. And she was just a specialist, like a sniper. She knew that she didn't add up on the court defensively with them. Okay, y'all, I've been up long enough. I've been up an hour and a half. I appreciate you guys. Those of you on X that are catching my channel, stick with us. Stick with my chat. Come over to YouTube. Hit that like button and subscribe button. Follow me as we go take this journey with the USC Trojans and Juicy. JUSC, Juicy, as we get down and we go through this tournament and start trying to make our NCAA tournament run. As always, I appreciate all of you for stopping through, hearing the AP Big 25, talking about the Big 10 tournament, recapping the UCLA USC game. I hope you enjoy this show. I hope you enjoy what you're hearing. I appreciate each and every one of you that are sticking around and rocking with me every day. I'll be back sooner than later, and I want to see you guys right here with me, rocking with me. Stay here on this channel. Let's watch this game together. Let's watch this journey together. Tell me your predictions. Come back, join the Discord that we have, and we talk throughout the day with news. Any new news you got to bring me about the USC Trojans, follow me on Instagram. On Threads, and I'm on Facebook with the same title. Everybody loves JUJU12. Follow me on Twitter, X, and say hello. All right. Have peace. Have a good Monday. As always, peace. Fight on.